Welcome back, Coordinates, to more Dragon Age Origins. It's been a while. Like a long while. Game Order has had a lot of shit going on. But we're not going to get into that. We're just going to get right into the game. Right. Picked up several quests, talked to several people in the last video. We're going to do some more of that. I just need to kind of run around here for a second and get my bearings straight.
But one world, one life, one our maker. They are sinners who have given their life.
The maker, my brother and...
Message for you, my lord.
Huh?
More things to deliver. Goodbye.
The Trial of Crows. Trial? Yes. Delivery boy is giving you a cryptic message saying that if you're interested in working with the Antivan Crows, that you should head to one of the back rooms of the Noble Tavern. Sounds interesting.
Get here. There doesn't seem to be anyone fighting them now.
This away.
I recognize you. From Ostagar. And trust his blood. You're a Grey Warden. Duncan's apprentice. You killed my friend. And good King Calen. I demand satisfaction, sir.
Get on your knees and I'll satisfy you. You can lower your voice, or I'll silence it permanently.
I am a knight of Ferelden. Your threats do not deter me, sir. An uncommon traitor deserves no common death. We will meet on the field of honor, and my blade shall see justice done. Meet me in the back alley behind the Noble Tavern. There we will duel.
Gonna duel you with my cock? Logain's charges against the Wardens are false.
So you would compound slander on top of treason? You dare smear Terran Logain's word?
Yeah? Use your wits. The Wardens would never help Darkspawn.
Do not try to worm your way out of it, traitor. In the back alley, we will duel.
I was gonna kill you anyways.
Ah, I have heard of this one.
Are you ready? I am no savage. I would not take advantage of you.
I am ready. All I see is a fool. Kill his ass!
You coward!
Oh, he don't like my mage too much, does he? Well, this puts a damper on things.
I will not have our fight spread to the market. Warden, this is not over.
What? That ain't how that shit's going down.
Another battle, I see.
I gotta reload. I gotta kill this fucking punk.
Dwarven crafts.
Wonders of Thetus. What does that even mean?
Are you ready? I am no savage. I would not take advantage of you. May the Divine look after you, sir. You've held yourself with honor. Begin.
Oh, okay, it's gonna be like that.
You're gonna regret this! You're in a little over your head! You have no skill, only desperation!
You fought with honor. Sir Landry couldn't have asked for a nobler death.
Damn right!
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Now, where was I? About to get a beer, I think. Navarra. Before time I attempted to cross the border into Navarra from Orleans, it was turned back by Chevaliers. Decided to take the more roundabout path, ship back to Ferelden, and then another Navarra. The outcome was more than worth the trouble. The whole country is filled with artistry, from the statues of heroes that litter the streets, and even the meanest villages, to the glittering golden college of Magi in Cumberland. Perhaps nowhere is more astonishing than the vast necropolis outside Navarra City. Unlike most of the other followers of Andraste, the Navarians do not burn their dead. Instead, they carefully preserve their bodies and seal them in elaborate tombs. Some of the wealthiest Navarians begin construction of their own tombs while quite young, and these become incredible palaces, complete with gardens, bathhouses, and ballrooms, utterly silent, kept only for the dead. That's not weird. Stun, you need some damn hit points for reals. I'm pumping you up with some hit points. Sure. Studying people is good.
What can I get you, stranger?
I want questicles. glances around for prying eyes and produces a few notes on behalf of interested parties. Correspondence interruptus. R has a small request. It's always useful to have a big name in your pocket, and there's nothing better than snagging them with their knickers down. Yes, I said knickers. If in travels wide someone were to come across notes between illicit lovers, I have certain specialists who can make the most of the text. Delivered to the bartender, and an investment toward future manipulation will be handsomely paid. That's the love letter quest that we've been starting since the beginning. D. T requires swift action. Trouble. A few of my more excitable young associates have got a little nervous during a couple of delicate handovers. Suffice to say, the little mess needs attention. Life is normally cheap, but when word gets out, there will be consequences. My men were under close watch, so I'd be most grateful for someone willing to take care of this. Coin is assured. K requests the following for negotiation aids. The troubles of the new blood seem to find me. I've ruffled some feathers with my alternative tactics, and certain people have had me blacklisted by my primary suppliers, so I put this out there to those enterprising friends who want an ally and perhaps a little coin. 15 talks and extracts samples will be more than enough to ensure I can continue building support. Simple, isn't it?
What can I get you, stranger?
My dick.
Let us do this. As you like.
Insufficient skill. That's awesome.
So, what is going to keep you from poisoning your target now that you have been allowed to accompany us, I wonder?
You are. You will be watching me ever so closely to make sure I attempt no such thing.
And why would I do such a thing? Sneaking into our good graces in order to make another attempt is what I would do were I you.
And here I was becoming
The Legend of Calenhad. Calenhad Chapter 3. Calenhad's legend tells that Lady Shayna harbored a love for her king and went far beyond friendship. A love that she kept secret out of her sense of duty and honor, and offered a love potion by a witch in disguise, a witch would later turn out to be the vengeance-seeking sister of Arl Simeon. Lady Shayna gave in a temptation. She used the potion of Calenhad, but Queen Marion discovered the two of them together that night, and broken-hearted fled Denerim to return to her father. She told Mirrodin everything. He angrily threatened to revoke his support of Calenhad and begin anew the civil war. It is said that Lady Shayna felt remorseful at her manipulation of her best friend's heart and confessed her use of forbidden magic to the court. Although her life was forfeit, Calenhad forgave Lady Shayna for what she had done and refused to have her executed. Mirrodin fiercely roused the other Arls against Calenhad and Lady Shayna, and it was not long before Ferelden stood at the brink of civil war once again. Against Calenhad's orders, Lady Shayna went alone to Marion to plead for peace and plead her case, only to be found out by Mirrodin and slain. And good, but also saddened, Calenhad challenged Mirrodin to an honor duel, a fight neither of them wanted but both knew necessary, and Mirrodin was slain. The death of the king's greatest ally and important Arl was too much for the young kingdom to bear. The other Isles would not back down in their claims against Calenhad. The threat of civil war once again arose. Calenhad went to his wife one last time, then, although none know what he ever said to her, and then he simply vanished. He left with Marion a proclamation abdicating his throne in favor of the son his queen carried in her belly, who eventually ascended to the throne as King Waylon. I, the king, credited with establishing the Theron dynasty, lasting to this day. Calenhad would never reappear. The legend of Calenhad himself only grew over time. Stories and sightings multiplied even long after the point when Calenhad could possibly still be alive. Some say he disappeared in the Korkari wilds, or lived with the dwarves, or even became a monk in a reclusive Chantry order. The Chantry named Calenhad one of the anointed. 788 stormed Calenhad's sword. Nemetos was left with Marion, became a symbol of Ferelden kingship over the next century. Rumors of its magical powers grew, and when it was lost in the ambush that killed King Veridin in 824, blessed it, and was seen as a great blow to Therian line. Several false swords have appeared, since that time, but never has the true sword itself resurfaced.
Rather fond of the idea of you watching me closely.
It would be a simple enough matter to poison the food in camp, or cut our throats while we sleep.
You seem rather charmed by the idea.
It would seem an appropriate result of sparing your life.
Ah, well, I'm sorry to disappoint you then. The next time I am spared, I will be sure to immediately turn upon my benefactors. Will that do?
Are you two done? God damn!
You hear about the note? Maybe we have some things we can talk about.
Just see the conversation stays civil. If this is a trap,
Zevran, is it? You are Talisan's responsibility. Other crows may try to kill you, but in my eyes, you're already dead. So, you are of no notice. But the warden here, he is of great interest to me.
I'm listening!
Ferelden is a busy place. Blight, civil war, other mayhem. Lots of people not getting along. Sometimes they really don't get along. Maybe want to do something about it. The people that handle that sort of thing can get real busy.
So you're hiring help? Go on.
It takes time to do a good job. Pride in your work and all. But customers have expectations. Not many people to turn to if you're short-staffed in some lines of work. So, someone that's crossed our path and lived, well, maybe they could help out. Make some coin. Everyone wins.
If the price is right, I'm interested.
I hand you a scroll. You read it, you learn about someone interesting. If you find out something happens to him, something unfortunate, then if we talk again, I give you money for letting me know. You don't like what's on the scroll, don't do anything. Maybe he has an accident and someone else tells me all about it.
A dwarf has no name. Give me the fucking scroll.
There you go. Makes for fine reading.
you're a cautious little weasel, Ignacio. What's your angle? If you're playing us false...
My dance is not for you. I need to be real honest sometimes. And I can say I haven't asked anyone to do anything. I've just given someone something interesting to read.
And you think that will save your hide when they nail it to a wall?
You are already dead in my eyes, whoreson. Take care that I don't learn otherwise. If that's all, luck be to you.
I'm glad I brought this guy. He gets along with everyone. The first test directs you against a man named Payden, currently held up in the Pearl brothel in Denerim. He's working for some kind of scam in the back room, and you should look for one of his Grey Warden posters around the marketplace to gain access. Payden works for Logain, will no doubt have backup.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
You suck! I need to get homie's lockpick skill up.
Don't even think you can spill that and leave it for me to clean.
More questicles. Notice is a death. Warden, it's always a sad duty to report the deaths of those who have died in service to the guild. Today, this duty falls to you, should you accept it. With this letter, you'll find the names of 4 women recently widowed and letters giving confidence for their loss of their husbands. All 4 men were killed doing the work of irregulars, and we mourn the deaths of all who die in service to our deals. Please handle this task with discretion. Care. I'm confident you possess its spades. You must deliver these notes to their widows. Irene and Redcliffe, Lorena near Calenhad, Sarah and Tanya and Denerim. Well, 2 are here. My good people, we're facing work coming in form of 2 fronts, and everyone must contribute. The irregulars are prepared to pay any man or woman who comes forth with a gift of 20 health postesses. No questions asked. If we work together, we can stop the irregulars' war. Yeah, I kind of need those, though.
What can I get you, stranger?
20 health potions, please.
Right, I'll show you around.
I might as well start collecting. If I can stick to... oh, man. Recipes. We got lots of questicles to do. Gonna try to get some more videos uploaded tomorrow on Tuesday, so stay tuned for some more. Kind of set aside that day to do some shit. It's supposed to just rain here. I've been doing a lot of floating, which is why I haven't been uploading a lot. I've been going to the river. We have a couple rivers here where I live, and I basically have lived on them. I've officially floated 25 times this summer, so that's been one thing. I've also been, of course, working my ass off. And a little bit of partying my ass off, if I do say so myself. Had a pretty cool toga party for those of you that are friends with me on Facebook. You can check out the pictures from that party. Had a little bit too much crack and rum. Let's go check out this little place. The wonders of Thetus. Thetus. More books. More codex. Denerim. When anyone in Ferelden speaks of going into the city, they inevitably mean Denerim. There is no other place in the kingdom which rivals it. Not in size, population, wealth, or importance. It is the seat of the Theron family and capital of Ferelden, the largest seaport and, by ancient tradition, the meeting place of Landsmeet. As well, Denerim was the birthplace of Andraste, one of them, anyways, as several other sites claimed to have been the prophet's early home, including Jada and Orleas. The Chantry takes no stance on which site's claim is valid, but it is well known that Andraste was Ferelden by birth. When visiting the pilgrimage site in Denerim, it is inadvisable to mention Jadar at all. The city rests on the foot of Dragon's Peak, a solitary mountain scarred by ancient lava flows. During Andraste's lifetime, it reputedly filled the sky with great columns of black ash and sent burning rock raining down as far away as the free marches. But it's now considered extinct. Some believe it merely sleeps and will again darken the sky with ash and fire when the last Ferelden king dies. But this is highly unlikely.
Yes, make it quick.
I have a note from your master.
Strange. Let's see this. I knew it. I gave that man the best 7 weeks of my life. Well, I guess he won't have me to push around anymore. Ha!
What the fuck?
I'll get on it.
Geography of Thetus. Thetus is bounded by the east by the Amaranthian Ocean, to the west by Tirashin Forest and the Hunterhorn Mountains, to the south by the snowy waste that lie beyond the Ornki Mountains, and to the north by Donark Forest. The word Thetus is Tivantar in origin, originally used to refer to the lands that bordered the Imperium. As the Imperium lost its stranglehold on conquered nations, more and more lands became Thetus, until finally people applied the name to the entire continent. The northern part of Thetus is divided amongst the Enderfels, the Tevinter Imperium, Antiva, and Ravane, the islands held by the Quinari just off the coast. Central Thetus consists of free marches, Navarra and Orlais, with Ferelden to the south. What lies beyond the snowy waste is a mystery. The freezing temperatures and barren land have kept even the most intrepid cartographers at bay. Similarly, the western reaches of the Enderfels have never been fully explored, even by the Enders themselves. We do not know if the dry steppes are shadowed by mountains or if they extend all the way to the nameless sea. There must be other lands, continents, or islands, perhaps across the Amaranthian or north of Parvolan. For the Quinari arrived in Thetus from somewhere, but beyond the deduction, we know nothing. We know nothing, Jon Snow.
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas. We carry items crafted by the Circle, as well as a variety of antiquities. Is there anything you would like to see?
I will browse your wares. Yeah, you got all kinds of shit. God damn. A Ring of Ages. That's kind of nice.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Hey, we're just reading books here. You chill the fuck out. History of the Chantry, Chapter 4, bitches. The crowds present at the death of Andraste were right to feel despair. It is believed that the prophet's execution angered the Maker, and he turned his back on humanity once more, leaving the people of Thetis to suffer in dark. In these dark times, mankind scrambled for light, any light. Some found comfort in demonic cults, promised power and riches in return for worship. Others prayed to the old gods for forgiveness, begging the great dragons to return to the world. Still others fell so low as to worship the Darkspawn, forming vile cults dedicated to the exaltation of evil in its purest fucking form. It said that the world wept as the people begged for a savior who would not come. Andraste's followers, however, did not abandon her teachings when she died. The cult of Andraste rescued her sacred ashes from the courtyard in Minratheos after her execution, stealing them away to the secret temple. The location of the temple has long been lost, but the ashes of Andraste served as a symbol of enduring nature of the faith in the Maker. Humanity could earn the Maker's forgiveness despite its grievous insult to him. With time, the cult of Andraste spread and grew. The chant of light took form. Sing this chant in the four corners of Thetis, it was said, and the world would gain the Maker's attention at last. As the chant of light spread, the cult of Andraste became known as Andrastian Chantry. Those who converted the Chantry's beliefs found it in their mission to spread Andraste's word. There were many converts, including powerful people in the Imperium and in the city-states of what is now Orlais. Such was the power of the Maker's word that the young King Drakon undertook a series of exalted marches meant to unite the city-states and create an empty empire solely dedicated to the Maker's will. The Orlesian Empire became the seat of the Chantry's power, the Grand Cathedral in Val Royex, the source of the movement that birthed the organized Chantry as we know it today. Drakon, by the Emperor Drakon I, created the Circle of Magi, the Order of Templars, and the Holy Office of the Divine. Many within the Chantry revere him nearly as equal with Andraste herself. The modern Chantry is a thing of faith and beauty, but is also the house of necessity, protecting Thetus from powerful forces that would do it harm. Where the Grey Wardens protect the world from the blights, the Chantry protects mankind from itself. Most of all, the Chantry works to earn the Maker's forgiveness, so that one day he will return and transform the world into the paradise it was always meant to be. Lots of codexes and scrolls to read in this episode. Get me back into the swing of things. This scroll is extra hard to read. The Quinari. Anyone who travels far enough to the north will eventually encounter the Quinari, white-haired, brown-skinned giants, a head again taller than man, frighteningly calm demeanors, and a sort of sparkling fire behind the eyes. For quite a long time, people believed that all Quinari were male, and that their men and women were simply indistinguishable. It was not until the blessed age that the diplomats of Vervain were allowed, however briefly, to visit Parvalon, and then they discovered that Quinari females do exist in abundance and are quite easily recognized. The Ravani say the Quinari have certain kindness to them, or at least conspicuous lack of cruelty, although I do not observe the creatures closely enough to evaluate their character. I don't know. Mine's pretty nasty. Got it. Prisoners of Aelnar. The Aelnar, when Imperium occupied the area that is present-day Ferelden, they had two sites dedicated to magical experimentation, the extreme ends of the Imperial Highway. The southern one was the fortress of Ostagar, which looked out over the Kokari Wilds. The northern one was Aelnar, although the exact location of the secret is known only to a handful of Templars. Whatever it was Tevinter was trying to discover at Aelnar, their work was never completed. The fortress was overrun by disciples of Andraste upon hearing the news of her death. According to legend, it was a massacre, eerily silent, for the invaders caught the mages while all but one of them were in the Fade. The site was left structurally sound but spiritually damaged. Possibly because of this, the Chantry chose to put it to use as a prison. Accused Malficarum and apostates are held in confines of Aelnar. Those with a powerful connection to the Fade, and particularly to demons, will inevitably attract something across the veil, making the guilty somewhat easier to tell from the innocent. And that's all the time we have for this video, folks. Stay tuned. If I don't get more uploaded tonight, I certainly will have some more for you tomorrow. So, welcome back, Game Hoarder, and welcome back, Hoardlings.